Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be making a fada stew, and the protein I'm gonna be using today is beef. You can decide to use any protein of your choice. So the first thing I'm going to do is to season my beef. I'm going to add my seasoning powder. I'll be using 3 seasoning Maggi cubes, and then I'm also gonna add my onions, and I'm also gonna add my salt. So after adding my salt, the next thing I'm gonna be adding to this is my garlic powder, and then I'm also gonna add my ginger powder, and then I'm also gonna add my thyme, and then after my thyme, try my best to be generous with the thyme. After my thyme, then I add my curry powder. So I'm gonna cover this and allow this to release its juices. 20 minutes later, we'll check on the meat, and now you can see all those, or like the water that the beef produced. I didn't add any water. This water or this stock you can see was literally came out from the beef. So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna give this a stir. I'm gonna stir this properly, incorporate it together, and then I'm gonna add some more water so that it's gonna cook well. It's gonna cook properly, and then I'm gonna cover this and allow this to cook for, let's just say, for like about 40 minutes. So yeah, so I'm gonna cover it and allow it to cook for 40 more minutes. By that time, by 40 minutes, it will be in 40 minutes time, it's gonna be done. So now, right here, you can see the bell pepper I'll be using for this recipe. I'm gonna be using about 10 to 12 bell peppers. I'm gonna put this in the oven to roast. And now, 40 minutes after, our beef is all ready, it's soft. So yeah, this is just the exact way I like my beef. I don't really like when the beef is so hard, or when it's, even if it's even like kind of hard. I just like it soft. So this is the way I like my beef. So I'm just gonna take it out from the pot and put it in the oven to roast. And now our bell pepper is ready, all roasted up. I'm just gonna give this a rough blend. So in a clean pot, I'm gonna add my bleached palm oil, and I'm gonna allow that to heat up, and then I'm gonna add my onions. I'm gonna saute the onions. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to once my onions is done frying, I'm gonna add some hero, and then I'm gonna give this a stir, and afterwards I'm gonna add my blended bell pepper. So this bell pepper is the bell pepper which I roasted earlier on. So yeah, I'm just gonna. So after roasting it, I just blended it roughly. So I'm just gonna put this in, give this a stir, and then I'm gonna season it with some salt, and I'm also gonna season it with some Maggi cube seasoning as well. Yeah, some Maggi cube seasoning goes in, and then I'm gonna give this a stir. And afterwards, I'm also gonna add my crayfish. Whenever I'm making like ofada stew, I try my best to be generous with the crayfish because crayfish actually adds a lot of flavor to it. So I'm just gonna give this a stir, and then I'm gonna add my scotch bonnet pepper for some heat. So yeah, I'm gonna add my scotch bonnet pepper to give it some, to make it, just to make it a little bit spicy. But I mean, it depends. Everything depends on you. If you like your food more spicy, you can add more, scotch bonnet pepper. So now I just added my beef stock, and then I'm just gonna give this a stir, and I'm gonna give this a stir, and then I'm gonna cover this and allow this to, cook for just a few minutes. And then afterwards, you can see the oil is floating on top. Now the stew is ready, almost ready. So I'm gonna add my protein, which is my boiled eggs, and then I'm also gonna add my beef. I'm gonna add the beef which I roasted earlier on. So yeah. So I'm gonna cover this and allow this to cook, just so that the stew will marinate with the egg and the beef. So now you can see my stew is ready, and it's time to eat. So if you actually enjoyed this video, I will appreciate it if you give if you like this video, and um if you share my videos with your family and friends. And please don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna see you in my next video. And I'll also appreciate it if you recreate this recipe. And if you recreate it, don't forget to tag me at Viv Cuisine, at Viv underscore Cuisine. That's my Instagram handle, Viv underscore Cuisine. So thank you so much. See you later. Bye.